So we're gonna do a character analysis on Devil Jin. I did want to mention that I'm always looking for more ideas to help out the community in getting better. So if people have anything in particular they want to see or have any suggestions, please let me know. You know what, I just realized this would be a good thing to get the Tekken overlay for. So Devil Jin is a Mishima. So he's got like a typical Mishima. He's got an electric and a hell sweep. And he's also got the 112 flash punish, and the 122. But also, Devil Jin's got like a launching low hell sweep, which is an unseeable low launcher. Is, you know, not typical, but it makes up for it by being launch punishable, and you know, even the damage isn't all that great off of it, unless, you know, you can get to a wall. Yeah, so anyways, we'll go over like the main tools that Devil Jin players use, things like that. So anyway, we got to cover the electric. So the electric is a super good move. 14, let's see here. So it's a 11 to 12 frame move, but because of the input, fastest Devil Jin's can come out is 14 frames. So Devil Jin can launch punish at 14 frames, but most Devil Jins don't bother, because Devil Jin's he doesn't have a problem with punishing. He's got like a 12 frame punish here, which is a good, you know, 30 damage knockdown wall splat. And he's also got a 15 frame punisher with his cans, which is a launch. So the electric is pretty much there for the edge case minus 14 moves, but the input is really hard to get it as a 14 frame punish. So a lot of times they won't bother with the 14 frame punish. So like typically, like one of the things that makes Devil Jin kind of unique about in the Mishima sense, hello Ratty, how's it going, is that Devil Jin actually has a lot of really good pokes, like this, like the down forward 1, down back 2, a back 4, even his like down forward 2 is good for reasons we'll get into. And he's got the laser scraper, which is a 3-hit string. He can either go for a mid launcher or a mid safe move. But on block, this is one of Devil Jin's like main tracking tools, because his homing moves, he's got a high. It's like a 17-18 frame high, and he's got this move here, forward 1+2, which is a 2-hit mid string, but he can cancel the second hit. So he doesn't have to necessarily commit to the both hits. It's also a wall bounce now, for whatever reason. Because I guess they didn't think there was enough reward for it. So another useful tool. But yeah, so up forward 4, another great move for of Devil Jin's. It guarantees a dash up back 4 assuming the Devil Jin player can dash. But that's guaranteed. So oftentimes you'll get Devil Jin players trying to wave in your face, and a lot of times like it's mixed up between the electric, which is a high, and the hell sweep, which is a low. So Devil Jin can do cancel his wavy into like a forward 2 for a mid, or he can do the up forward 4 as a mid option, and those are generally his mid options. He can also, when he's doing wavy, he can cancel into wall standing 2, but this is hard. Yeah, he can cancel it into wall standing 2, which is also another mid option. But most Devil Jin players, until you get to the good ones, aren't going to be able to do that, at least fast. Those are what you got to worry about on Devil Jin, like Devil Jin's wavy. Oh, you can also just do wall standing 4 as well as a mid, +8 on hit, -3 on block. So it's not bad on block. You can still move around afterwards. So dealing with some of this stuff. So first thing I want to do is when Devil Jins are doing this string, the laser scraper, if he does the straight gut punch, he's safe, -8. But you can sidestep it to the right. So if you block the first 2 hits, you can step the 3rd hit to the right. He's actually got 3 options you can do there, and you can step them all to the right. The wall does complicate things. If the wall is to your right, you obviously can't step that way. So see there, that's the launcher one. You can step that to the right. Oops. It's also -14. But yeah, you don't even need to worry about punishing it because you can just sidestep it. So once the Devil Jin player knows you know that, they might just do the first 2 hits. Just do the first 2 hits, which is -10 now. I thought it was it used to be -12, but now it's only -10. But it is dangerous to try and punish this, because if he does the launching one, because if he does this one, the launching one, and you try to punish it, you'll get launched. You'll even get hit on that one. But also, since season 4, they did give him a new option here. What is it? It's there. There we go. So this one is mid-high, and it is safe, but you can duck it. I'm pretty sure that you cannot option select. Well, can you? Oh, it looks like you can option select. Yeah, so the Devil Jin can delay the 2nd hit, which makes ducking the high a bit more risky. But yeah, so there's that. If you do get hit by the first 2, then just hold back, because you can't step the 3rd hit if you get hit by the first 2. So ways to deal with Devil Jin's wavooing in your face. Fast mid checks are good, like down forward 1s, especially if you've got like a fast mid counter hit. You know, like Devil Jin can like down forward too. It's 15 frame mid. But while they're weaving in your face, it's hard for them to block. So, you know, just a general down forward two, or if you do something that gets you airborne and they get the electric on you, they're not going to get a full launch. Yeah, so in general, you want to step Devil Jin to the left because you can get around things like his electric if you step cleanly. But it looks like Devil Jin you can step his both ways. But also like his Hell Sweep. You can step to your left. Yeah, so if you go right, you'll get tripped no matter what. So you want to go left versus his Hell Sweep. So this is where the Devil Jin's back forward 2-1 comes into play. Because it tracks that way. See, this is one of the main reasons why Devil Jin's use this move, is to prevent people from stepping, because it tracks really well both ways. So this is why they use a move that is inherently unsafe. Is just to get people to stand still. So you have to be aware of that aspect of him. That's Devil Jin's main tracking move that he'll use, back forward 2-1 or back forward 2-3 now, since it's safe. Other things to keep in mind about Devil Jin: his back 4 hits grounded, and it's actually a pretty beefy ground hit, and it provides the flip over stun, so he gets pretty good Oki off of that. Yeah, so one of Devil Jin's main problems is his tracking, because like something like this, it's super linear. Even though you can step this thing both ways. I guess walk it both ways. Yeah, so you've got like this down forward 2. Also doesn't track either way. You can just step this one both ways. His up forward 4 also has bad tracking. I mean, look at that. You step right through his foot. Let's see here. Yeah, you can do like down forward 4. Might depend on the angle here, like how far out you are. If you're too close, it's harder to step. But you can definitely step this one both ways. Let's see, what other things do Devil Jins use a lot in neutral? Oh yeah, down forward 1. You know, they've got like down forward 1-2. Also no tracking. 1-2-3-4. This one's kind of a weird move. You don't really see Devil Jins using it a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, you can interrupt it, and you can also step it both ways. But I've seen 1 or 2 use it from time to time. Oh yeah, the 1-2-3. This one's there to just kind of keep you in place. Oh yeah, the up 4. Up 4. This is like Lars Lightning Screw. So he's got a couple of options. You can not go into fly, but then he's minus 36. and can be pretty easily punished. But he can also go into fly, in which case the punish is going to be different. Some people can punish both with the same move. Like if you can punish both with the same move, that is super good. Like Devil Jin can just electric. You can just electric both. So, you know, if we do the mix up here, we get the launch. Oh my god, if I can electric. Of course he's not going to do the other one now. There we go. See, you can do the same move for both. Not every character has something for that. That will hit both options. But like if you don't have both options, the like the hold up forward 4 is often a good option to catch the fly. To keep in mind. So another thing is all his attacks out of fly can be walked to the left. So all of these attacks can be walked to the left. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you reacted a bit too late, just start walking left. He's got is he can from the up 3 plus. I thought I tried that. There we go. He can go into fly from grounded. So that's a unique get-up situation that he's got. He doesn't have to. Let's see. Yeah. So if he gets up, he's always going to be in fly. He doesn't have a way of not going into fly. So he'll most likely be attacking. But he's got that launches. So crouch dash 3. You can also do a crouch dash, hold down forward into a low. But both of these options can be, you know, walked left, like everything else of his. Yeah, I did see the fight between you and Toro. That was really good. You can see the mid can be walked left. Can be stepped left. Can actually be stepped both ways. But farther out, looks like might have some phantom tracking. So you might want to be walking to the left. So that one looks like it's got phantom tracking to the both sides. So yeah, when farther out you want to be doing the long walks to avoid those. But they've got really bad recovery. So you've got plenty of time to punish them if you do get around them. Oh yeah, the 3-ring circus. You're probably not going to see this one a whole lot unless you're fighting Toro. but he's got a mid option and a low option. So if you do see this one, just keep in mind the third hit is always high. There's a way of doing it from 1-2. It's a hidden move, but it's weird because it's like 1-2-4-1-1. You might see like a Devil Jin try to cheese you out with this. Just be aware that that is a possibility. So oftentimes their Devil Jins will try to use this move to bait a counter hit. So it's a counter hit launch. -10 on block. Forward 1+2. So let's see. So on cancel, that looks like that's it's launch punishable, but you have to commit before you know he's going to cancel. If they finish it, I think it's 14. No, it's only 12. So it's only -12. Mids does not jail. So that's one of those things where you just kind of have to guess if they're going to finish it or not. Oftentimes, Devil Jins will test you with the cancel. They'll do the first one and then do like a back one. And if they see you twitch, they'll do the finish the back one too. So you just have to punish with confidence. The tsunami kick. So this is a great round ender. They'll do this delay on the second hit. Try to get you to press into the second hit. If they do finish it, it's -15. So pushback makes it so some characters 15 frame launchers won't reach, but everyone can punish it. Everyone should be able to punish it some way or another. Down back to one of Devil Jin's best moves. It's a low poke. +3 on hit, forces crouch. It's kind of like Dragunov's down 2. It is -13 on block, like Dragunov's. But it doesn't track very well. So I mean, you can step it both ways. But you have to start your step after the startup of the move, because he'll turn around and track you if you start up too soon. Looks like right is easier to get around than left. It also high crushes. Oh shit! And it also knocks down like that on counter hit now for a free back 4. Oh, the infinite power. So he's got this charge up move. You're not gonna see a whole lot of Devil Jins use it. You can charge up and then like let it go, so you don't have to. So he doesn't have to finish. But if they fully charge up, it's like plus a bunch. So plus a bunch. Plus 17. So one of the things Devil Jin players will do, one of the things they'll do is they'll charge this all the way up and do the unblockable. So if you're holding back, you know, you get unblockable. But so it's plus 17 and it's a 43 frame move. So I mean, you've got plenty of time to interrupt it and step it, but you got to worry about the block stun. But you know, they might end up mixing it up with something like that. Oh. So like if you tried to, because that's comes out in, oh my god, I didn't watch that. That's like 17, 18 frames. Yeah, so that's like a frame tight. If you try to do anything, you get wall bounced. You can do a reversal on it. And the other thing they might do is fully charge up into Hell Sweep. So those are the, like, if you block that, you're gonna be you're in a mix up, because plus 17 is a lot of plus to deal with. Oh yeah, back 1-2, 12 frame punish. It is punishable. High mid. That's a mid now. All right, whatever. But you can also cancel the second hit. You can kind of confirm. I think this might actually be confirmable. If you start it and start the second hit, and then notice that the first one did not get got blocked, you can hit back and not finish it, because it is punishable. I don't know how feasible that is in match, but I've seen some Devil Jins be pretty consistent with being able to hit confirm that. So keep that in mind. If they do cancel it, I believe it's launch. Yeah, that's launch. If they do cancel it, minus 18. So if you notice someone is habitually canceling that on block, just throw out your 15 frame launcher. Backswing blow. He's got a backswing blow. It's actually a pretty good backswing blow if it wasn't for how punishable on block it was. It's like launch punishable. So but like, you know, if we do something like that, notice he goes right, dig down forward 1, his down forward 2 reaches, depending on the range. He actually goes back quite a ways. So be aware of that one. Oh yeah, the Demon Steel pedal. This is like a counter hit launcher. Counter hit launcher, grounded hit mid, 17-18 frame, decent range. But we talked about the tracking before. It doesn't track all that great. And that's kind of like the theme of a lot of Devil Jin's moves, is that they don't track all that great, except for his homing moves and back forward 2-1. So you'll definitely want to be using a lot of sidestepping and lateral movement versus Devil Jin. But on hit, it's +6. So like that's like a frame trap, because the down forward 2 is also a counter hit launcher. So if you get hit by that, and oftentimes they'll down forward 2 to try and trap you. If they're doing that, the down forward 2 doesn't track at all. So you can sidestep that either way, whichever way you want. The Hellfire Blast, his lasers. So he's got those lasers. So these lasers actually take a long time to recover. You see how far you can get and still punish them. That might be too far. See how far that goes? You can just run up and punish him. So if he ever tries that, it's a high, so you can duck it. You can step them, sort of. But they're kind of wonky on step. You have to like step them super late. Yeah, so it will it will realign at the start of the attack. So oh yeah, he's got up forward too, another high homing move. I think this also guarantees back 4 on hit, but it does the same thing as forward 4, except it guarantees back 4. So it's kind of a redundant move. What? Oh yeah, this is one of his like few plus on block moves, like useful plus on block moves. It's like +3, I think. Yeah, +3 forces crouch, and it low crushes, but it's got like a terrible hitbox and it doesn't track at all. Like if you step at all, that move, like look how tiny I'm stepping, and it just doesn't hit. So a lot of Devil Jin players don't like this move because of just how bad the tracking is on it. It's like you have to be basically standing still to get hit by that. Oh yeah, the up laser. So this up laser is an interesting tool, because if you take a look at the number there, the -8, so that means it's -8 on whiff. So that means after the attack is done, he recovers 8 frames later. So it's effectively kind of safe on whiff, but it has no hitbox. Like you can be standing right next to him, like look at this, and it's not going to hit you. So I mean, you can still punish him for trying this, but you have to be like guessing he's going to do it and not be afraid of the laser, and don't do a jump attack, because if you do a jump attack, you'll get hit. Now another thing that up laser is useful for is dealing with jump attacks. So if you're dealing with like Noctis or something that's doing the running 1+2, you can snipe him out of the air with that. And some Devil Jins will like up laser and then into electric, as like they bait you in because it recovers so fast. So be careful about that. Demon's Paw, forward 2. One of his main mid get-in tools. But it doesn't track very well. Unlike Jin's, which tracks super well, Devil Jin's doesn't track well at all. Like if you step at all any after he hits the button, then you're gonna get around it. So, but it's good long range. It's -8, so it's safe on block. Decent mid, but just be aware that it's got, like most of Devil Jin's moves, bad tracking. This is just combo. I don't think I've ever seen Devil Jin's use this move in the open. I guess he could use it as like a mid-low mix-up string, but the second hit is high. So you'll be able to duck the second hit. You'll be able to duck the second hit and launch him for it. And he doesn't have a mix-up option off of it, off the second hit. If you ever see a Devil Jin do this move, it is almost certainly by mistake. They were probably going for this move. But if they, I mean that's, oh that's only -13, force crouch. Oh, they made this a lot better than it used to be. I've seen some Devil Jins use this as Oki. They'll be like, make it look like the this was unintentional, and they'll go for the low for a launch. But it does have a mid option, so just be aware. Not something you'll see very often. Ooh, oh yeah, the hell sweep, the low launcher. So be careful about the hell sweep, because if it hits far out, they can't get the combo. So if it hits far out, they'll go for crouch dash 3, which I believe is guaranteed. Yeah, so the Devil Jins do get that as a guaranteed. They can also now in season 4 do just finish it off and get +4 in your face. Devil Jin can't do a whole lot with +4 because his tracking sucks. So I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that you can step this. Yeah, you can step this. It forces crouch too, so yeah, I mean, like, he's gonna have to go for laser scraper there to keep you in place. So +4, Devil Jin at +4 is actually not terribly scary. I mean, you should be able to even step this. Yeah. Might be a bit trickier on the other side because you have to go up. Yeah, so if you're on the right hand side, that might be something that they can do, but I mean, if you like the down forward 2, you can still step that. Back 4, I'm pretty sure you can step. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, so you can't step the back 4. So if you're on the left hand side, just step up. If you're on the right hand side, it's a bit harder. He's got this wall rising 1-4, which is mid-high. He does have wall rising 1-2 as well, which is mid-mid. But you know, you can, if you know he's going to do the high, you can definitely duck that. But you kind of got to guess it. Sidestep 2. if they ever do a sidestep 2, that means they're feeling cocky. And they're pretty sure it's going to hit. But minus 22. Like, I can punish that with an electric terribly. So make sure you launch that one if they try for it. Devil Jin also has a full throw game. Yeah, 1 break command throw and a 2 break command throw. So he does have a full command throw game. Yeah, so some dirty stuff. Some dirty stuff. If he spikes you, you can block that laser, but it is a hard read because you can also I mean, you can just do that again. You can't against a good Devil Jin. Why does sometimes that work, but other times it doesn't? But yeah, so you do kind of have to take this mix up. Trying to think what else have I seen Devil Jins really do. Like, Devil Jins are really they need to be movement based, just because their tracking is so bad. They can definitely play at all ranges. And they want to get you to afraid of the hell sweep. Because the hell sweep is really good. I mean, the damage is like 40, so I mean, it's not... Wow, that's like 2 more points of damage than just finishing it. But this is more of like a psychological thing. Getting launched. Well, that's less damage. But you know, it can also carry you to the wall, which can be big, especially with like the charge up and the unblockable. Yeah. Oh, so one thing to note: he's got 2 unblockables. He's got the short one, and he's got the long one. So the long one, he spins twice, does more damage. The short one spins once, does half the damage. Oh yeah, his leaping sidekick is annoying because the way you would normally want to step Devil Jin is to the left, but that move will track you really well to the left. I mean, look how far off axis that hits. But it tracks less to the right for whatever reason. So you got to be careful about that running 3 move if you're trying to step him to the left. It's also like plus a bunch, plus 10, plus 9. So that's plus 9 is enough plus frames for Devil Jin to actually use plus frames. So you do have to be careful about that, even on block. You can actually also do it from crouch dash. It's a hidden move. It's crouch dash up forward 3. It's kind of a weird to get though. That about covers everything on Devil Jin. Quick recap. You want to step Devil Jin to the left in general. He doesn't have much that will track that way, except for obviously his homing moves and his back forward 2-1, his laser scraper. In general, Devil Jin's tracking is bad. So you want to definitely make sure you're stepping a lot versus him, so that way he really limits the options that he's got. If he does laser scraper, step to the right if you think he's going to do the third hit. That's always not a bad idea, just to step to the right anyways, just to let them know that they can't get the third hit on you. And that way they'll start just doing the first 2 hits, or do the first 2 hits and it's -10 and you can punish it, or they'll do the mid-high, and if they are doing that, you can duck and launch it. So yeah, once you're moving laterally, sidestepping a lot, they're going to have to rely on the back forward 2-1 to keep you in place, because they don't like their homing moves too much, because they're kind of bad. He's got 2 high and a mid that is meh. It's better now that he can cancel it, but if you know they're going to be canceling, just like mash your launch in the middle after the first one, and it will scare them into trying it. Oh, yeah, one other thing that I forgot to mention. They like to fish for the 1-1-2, since this is super easy to confirm. Oftentimes they'll use just 1-1 as a poke, and if it hits, they'll finish it. So like, if you step left, get around it. But they're not likely to actually finish the string. If you see them doing the 1-1, just don't be afraid to just throw out your launch after the second one. Like, the risk reward for them to finish it is bad. If they try to finish it just to catch your launch attempt, then you know, the last hit is launch punishable. You know, you can also duck and launch it. Yeah, it's a little tight. Just be aware that they like to jab twice. So if you try to punish too early, you'll get interrupted. All right, so I think that about covers everything useful about Devil Jin, kind of how to deal with him. Any questions?